Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Thursday.
Your voice cracked a little bit, bro.
Hey man, it's early in the morning, bro.
Voice cracked a little bit.
Sometimes that Invisalign get in the way. You know, sometimes you smell your own breath a little bit.
Okay.
Ooh, back up.
I just brushed.
Okay. All right.
Flawless.
Well, Porsha Williams is here, our co-host for today.
Big P.
Yes, hello. I'm sad a little bit.
Why?
Because this is my last day.
Oh, yeah.
For now.
Yeah, for now. You'll be back. And I think she rocked the longest, right?
Did I?
Yeah.
I was here.
No. Ray J was here 4 days.
Oh, Ray J was here 4 days.
Ray J was here 4 days.
I'm the first female.
Yes, you are.
First female. Yes, I'm going to take
How
that
long
right
Jess
there.
here? Jess was here with 3 days?
Jess was here 3 days.
I think Jess was here 4 too.
No, Jess was here 3.
Okay.
Jess was here 3. Jason Lee, I think, did 4.
Jason Lee did 4, I think. I don't remember. But
Well, I'm going to take my female title for 4.
there you go.
Big P is here.
And you went out yesterday.
I did. I went to the MJ musical and it was crazy.
You loved it.
Yeah, Charlamagne had told me about it,
Man.
and it just kept building. Like it had so many levels to it, and everybody who sang was like the ultimate level of talent.
Really?
The dancing, all of it, the energy, all of it. Like we was literally in the audience partying.
Really?
Yes.
I
it
bought
was
I bought my
good.
parents tickets for Christmas, and they loved it. They had such an amazing time.
Now I'm gonna go back
Yeah.
and see it. Like you didn't get to see Miles Frost though.
No, I didn't. It was an understudy. I'm trying to figure out what his name was. I cannot find it anywhere online.
but he still killed it.
What?
Yeah.
Like, if I told my husband, because he flew in to come with me last night, I said, if the understudy is this, I can't even imagine what Miles
Oh
is.
man,
Yeah.
Miles got like a 56-inch vertical leap
What?
easily.
Wow.
I mean,
okay, I
jumping
don't
out-
remember seeing this man leap last night at all. So that's what I was looking for, because you kept telling me he was jumping like a
I'm
frog.
jumping out the gym. I'm telling you.
Didn't see it, but yeah, it was insane. So
Dope.
kudos to y'all. Y'all killed it. Thank you so much for putting it on, that type of show.
I'm gonna go see it next week.
Big Simon came in. He came in
Yes,
town.
he flew in just to go to the show with me last night. How
Why he ain't
sweet
come
is
up here this
that?
morning?
You should have pulled
Y'all
up on
don't,
us.
y'all don't see this smile today?
I love it.
Hubby came.
You got some last night. You should have pulled Hubby. You should pull Hubby in this morning.
I got all the energy.
He heard you on here talking about Nigerians don't eat booty like yesterday. He was like, that's what it was. So let me prove my point. That's what that was.
10 tones down.
Well, Cheryl Underwood and Akbar Agudiyabla will be joining us this
Wow,
morning.
that's disrespectful.
Say his last name.
damn.
Say his last name.
I wouldn't attempt it, but that's disrespectful to try to do that man name like that. That's a proud African brother.
His last name is GBAJABIAMILA.
You just gonna say the alphabets. Okay.
That is disrespectful, bro.
You say it? So say it. Try
You
it.
sound like you're reading the eye chart at the doctor. That's what you sound like
They'll
you're
be
doing.
joining us this morning. All right, and we got front page news next. Of course, our sister Angela Rye will be holding us down. Let's start the show with some positivity.
Yes.
Yeah, turn it up some. Turn it up some more.
Big Jill Scott.
That's right.
Come on now. It's my wife's favorite artist, her and Erykah Badu.
Love her.
You already know.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Stay with us. Porsha Williams is here, y'all. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Porsha Williams, our guest host, and it's time for front page news. Good morning, Miss Rye.
Good morning, everybody. We're going to start with our Women's History Month newsmaker. She is State Representative Ruth Richardson, who led on the passage of a bill that would create an Office of Missing and Murdered African American Women. Representative Richardson serves in the Minnesota House of Representatives. This new bill was born out of another piece of legislation introduced by Representative Richardson last year that stood up a task force to review causes of violence against Black women and girls. The task force found, among other alarming statistics, that Black women are 3 times as likely as white women to be murdered in Minnesota, despite making up only 7% of the state's population. Listeners like her make the need for us to vote so clear. Thank you for doing the work, Representative Richardson.
Dropping the clues box for Ruth Richardson.
And speaking of bombs, shots fired. Sean Kemp, say it ain't so. Y'all know I put on for my city and definitely for my Sonics, but this one cannot be explained. Former Seattle Sonic and 6-time NBA All-Star Sean Kemp was arrested in the Tacoma Mall parking lot and subsequently booked in Pierce County Jail yesterday on a felony drive-by shooting charge.
Damn.
I'm just trying to figure out why he was even in Tacoma when his new weed shop is in Belltown and not far from where he used to play at what was Key Arena. The investigation is ongoing, so it's not necessarily him yet. I'm praying for the best, and I'm hoping they got the wrong guy.
Yeah, I got to hear both sides.
Now, well, they said, I was looking at the story earlier. They said allegedly somebody stole some property of his, and he was trying to get it back. And the guy pulled out a gun, and allegedly he returned fire. He's saying it's self-defense. Then he threw the gun in the bushes and took off. And of course, people seen him throw the gun in the bushes. So when cops pulled him over, they pointed at the bushes.
Well, that was what make it sketchy, right?
Is that a drive-by? I thought a drive-by was when people are like chilling and you drive by and shoot and keep going.
Yeah, that is. That is.
Yeah, that's done like gun battle.
That's what makes it sound sketchy, though. If it's self-defense, why throw your gun away? You know what I mean?
That is true.
So, here's the other thing. I don't know about y'all, but there's a place in Seattle that we don't really go to, and it's 20 minutes away in Tacoma. I don't understand why he was doing that. I don't understand why he was allegedly in this mall parking lot. That mall is poo. And the other thing I don't understand.
Your phone went out.
You got so mad we didn't even hear you. What you was like? You said, you say that there's a mall that nobody goes to.
What was he doing in Tacoma?
Damn.
53.
Is Tacoma that bad? It's
you're not advocating for Tacoma this morning.
I never advocate for the 253. I advocate for the 206. But we can move on to another case.
You dropping Tacoma tourism.
Personal to me than y'all.
Jesus.
Well, we're going to stay in crime, sadly. There's an update on the case involving the 17 Memphis fire and police personnel charged in connection with the deadly beating of Tyree Nichols. You all know we talked about this yesterday morning. I said the city was slated to release 20 hours of video and audio associated with that January 7th deadly incident. There's some bad news here. Shelby County Criminal Court Judge James Jones Jr. signed a court order blocking that release yesterday by signing a court order. He ruled the 5 former Memphis officers charged in Tyree's death have to see the video first.
Why?
Separately, the Department of Justice announced yesterday that it will review policies and practices of the Memphis Police Department's use of force, de-escalation, and specialized units.
That feel like, let me let them look at this so they can come up with a better lie.
Right?
You know, that's what that feel like.
When you have a case that involves that amount of conspiracy, you do not want to block the public from seeing this. Remember how long it took for them to even charge those officers?
That's right.
They were a part of a special unit. The same woman who now oversees this department oversaw the Atlanta police force. This is a problem. It's why there's continues to be a distrust of the police.
Damn.
All right.
Speaking of DOJ, do we have more time?
No, we got to do it next hour.
No, okay. Well, speaking of DOJ, we will talk about it next hour.
Okay. All right. Well, that is your front page news, and Miss Rod, we'll see you next hour. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open now. Daroon, let me ask you a question. So the greatest rapper of all time died on March 9th, right? Notorious B.I.G. passed away today.
You see my T-shirt? Come on now.
Right?
Representing.
You see my T-shirt?
Now, his family once said that they don't like to represent his death. They like to represent his birthday.
His birthday. That's what D-Rock says.
So do we not play any music today just to celebrate his life?
I think we should. You can still celebrate both. You know what I mean?
That sounds like a family thing, and we're the fans. So I think we should definitely play his music today.
It's still a celebration of life regardless.
Okay.
You know?
All right, so we're going to play, so pull up some B.I.G., Ray. We're going to play some B.I.G. all morning long. All right, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Get it off your chest.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray!
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live? Hello, who's this?
Good morning, DJ Envy. This is Joe.
Good morning, Joe. Get it off your chest.
Yo, first and foremost, I think the video, they need to overlook it again before they release it to the public. And I think it's weird that they have to overlook it by the same people that started that passport. That's strange.
Yeah, but why let the cops see it before they let the general public see it?
Makes no sense.
That just
That's
sounds
strange.
sketchy.
And I also want to give a big shout out to my homegirl in Harlem, broke ass female on TikTok. She's going viral. Big hands to her. Charlamagne, tap one of her videos, view it. You're gonna like it. Shout out to the sister.
Why she so broke?
You ask her that question, all right? I'll tell her to make a video asking that question. Why she so broke?
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm not in the trunk. I hopped out of the trunk. Envy, I was trying to blow the horn. Hold on. Wait.
He dying to blow you, Envy.
Yeah. wait.
Porsha said, what's going
Run
on?
to the truck now. Let's go. Let's get it.
Come on, blow the horn. There you go. Have a good one.
There you go.
Yeah, the truck drivers. So, when I was a kid, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Why was that so exciting?
I don't know. As a kid, you just loved it, right?
Now it's just flirting.
Yo, shut up, man. Hello, who's this?
Good morning, it's me-day. And y'all always work.
Good morning, me-day. What's the matter? You sound so upset.
Yeah, okay, so I'm Nigerian, and Charlamagne, you said something I got to refute.
What? That y'all don't eat? That y'all don't eat bunkie?
We did not create that. That is a white people's story. We never created that.
Thank you. Nice young man, stand up.
Nice job, man.
Yes.
Also, hey, Porsha, you was more offended about bunkie eating than girls doing city girl stuff, and that was wild.
You said I was doing what?
You were more offended by eating bunkie than city girl stuff.
Because eating bunkie and peeing is two different things. That's not.
You're not talking about peeing.
That's not okay. But what he was offended about with the city girl was the peeing part. He couldn't leave that alone. He didn't care how long the body count was. It was just the fact that somebody had been sprinkled. That's what he cared about.
Hey, if you like to get sprinkled on, you like to get sprinkled on, but
Well, midday. Porsha came in here happy, so I'm sure it might have been some bunkie eating last night. She came in here super duper happy, dancing on her way and all that.
Her husband was treating that bunkie like Jollof rice last night.
I came here like an angel and all white.
All right, midday. How you say your real name, midday?
Olamide.
Olabide. Okay. It popped up and called
like
ID.
the famous Nigerian singer. Okay.
Word up. Hey, but y'all have a good day, though.
Yes, sir.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad.
All right, get it off your chest, bro.
Whatever, man.
Hey, look. People gotta realize social media is a fake world. You gotta be yourself. Get off of social media for like a week. You'll know who you are.
I agree.
All right.
That is so true.
All right, let's have a good one. Where you from?
Detroit, East Side.
Oh, okay. What up, though? All right, brother. Have a good one.
What up, though? Yes, sir.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now, we got rumors on the way, Porsha?
Yes, we absolutely do. We're going to talk about Blueface's mom, who has basically compared her new man's penis to her son's penis.
That's kind of wild.
Wild
That is
and
really
out.
wild.
I need to hear both sides.
Exactly. It's coming. No pun intended.
Hey, yo.
No pun
Hey,
intended.
Which one? Which one, Porsha?
Jesus. All right, rumors on the way. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got Porsha Williams here, our co-host. And let's get to the rumors.
This is the Rumor Report.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
Sometimes you say stuff and it's just gonna get you in trouble.
On The Breakfast Club.
Whatever. She don't know my business. I know hers. All right, so let's kick this off with John Morant. Everybody knows that he was on Instagram Live holding a gun and in the club in Denver. So although the NBA investigated him, Colorado police have decided not to place any criminal charges against him, which that's good news.
That is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
I feel like that's really good news.
Well, it's an open carry state, so he could have a weapon, but I guess they were trying to see if he was actually carrying that weapon on the team bus, on the team plane, around the team, but I'm glad he's not getting charged with anything.
Yeah, but y'all just has to understand who he is. You know what I'm saying? And, he just has to make better choices moving forward because he's, 23, 24 years old, and he got a long future ahead of him and a lot more money to make, and there's a lot of things that he's doing that could impede his progress.
Yeah,
that's an understatement.
I seen Fat Joe on his show yesterday was saying that his dad needs to do more. His dad's at every game, and sometimes his dad might just have to put his arm around him and be like, look, little boy.
I can't speak for what his dad does. His dad got him to this point. His dad used to be a semi-pro, basketball player.
Yes.
His dad clearly raised him to beat Ja Morant, so I can't say what his dad is or isn't doing. Like
so it's time for him to take accountability for himself.
Absolutely.
Now, this is what he recently said. He said that he wants to spend some time away from the team to get help and work on learning better methods of dealing with stress and his overall well-being. So,
and we all know as parents, eventually your kid gets grown and does what they want to do, regardless.
All you can do is guide them.
That's it.
You can't live their life for them.
Yeah, that's not. I salute to Fat Joe, but that's not fair to say. To about his father, because we don't know what his father's doing in his life. The thing I worry about with Ja is the way he's living. Somebody gonna try him. You know what I'm saying? If you're walking around with guns and your crew is allegedly pointing laser pointers at people, somebody gonna eventually test that gangster. And you don't want that.
And you clearly don't have the right team. You're going to be the one to take the fall.
Yep.
All right, so let's move on to this crazy story. So Blueface's mom addresses accusations that she is sleeping with her son. So I don't know if y'all are familiar with this story, but her name is Carlisa, and she is known to always be commenting on his relationships constantly.
And that's his mom or stepmom?
No, this is real mom.
Okay.
And so, kind of like how Tokyo with Black China, they pop online and they just have comments.
Okay.
So they read the comments, they respond online always. And recently, Krishan, his new girlfriend, Blue's new girlfriend, she posted this video where she was showing her her belly. She's supposed to be pregnant, or she is pregnant. And the mom went online talking about that looked like a 6-month-old belly. We only found out 2 months ago. basically claiming that Krishan is lying about being pregnant, and she wants to see an ultrasound to see if this is really true. So people online are saying, you're so obsessed with your son. Do you want to sleep with your son? So she decides to respond and address that accusation with this.
I don't mind if y'all say stay out his business. I don't mind if you say weird stuff. Just don't be saying the stuff about I want to sleep with him. That's just going too far, okay? I got my own over here, and it's bigger than my son. Okay? So we going to get that all cleared up. And if y'all need me to post that D, so that y'all know what I'm working with over here. I ain't got a problem with it. I will go home and get it up for you right now and post you a nice little pic.
This is awkward.
I can't relate in no kind of way.
This is awkward.
So I'm definitely not taking up for the woman. I don't think she means she has literally seen her son's adult penis. She's seen it when it was little, but I don't think she's really referring to. I think she was trying to say
which isn't fair to Blueface.
In her ghetto way, she was trying to say, I don't need him because I got mine.
That's not fair to Blueface either.
What you mean?
Because if you comparing my little adolescent penis to your man's grown penis, that ain't fair.
That's all you got out of this?
I'm just saying.
That's all you got out of this?
He really wants it to be accurate.
That's all you got out of this?
I'm just saying it's just not fair, Mom. If you're going to get online and say stuff like that, tell people the whole story.
No, because I don't need her either to say that her son's penis is big or small.
That is true.
Why is she commenting on his penis at home?
She got to be trolling though, right? She got to know that that was going to garner her attention, because there's no way she's really thinking about her son's adult penis.
I hope not.
As you said, she be online a lot, right? So she got to be trolling.
She be online. I don't think she's trolling. I think she's dead serious. I think this is a situation where these people live like this, and now we are seeing them because we have online.
And then what about the guy? You just gonna post my penis online? I'm just a part of this now?
But she did say after she get it ready though. So at least she said she's gonna show it after it's ready.
She said I'm gonna go get it up first.
Get it
and then
ready.
Ain't that weird?
It just amazes me how people are so quick to try to prove things to a bunch of strangers they have never met in their life on social media.
Right.
Why? You gonna take a picture of your man's penis and put it online to prove it to who?
That I'm Blueface.
Who you talking to?
I'm gonna feel like you talking about my penis is small now. Now I feel away.
And now Blueface got to respond and show his penis.
Well, it depends. If Mom ain't seen my penis since I was 8.
So now you got to show her so she can speak with proper facts.
Maybe.
Hell no.
If you're going to be out here giving defacts, Mom.
Defacts.
This is my defact, Mom.
Let me show you, Mom. I'm grown. I'm not a little boy no more, Mom. I'm grown.
This is weird.
Yeah, it's too much, but it is what it is. Y'all know they got that reality show, and Krishan is on there with Blue, and they go back and forth, and a lot of people are saying that because she's pregnant, it could change how she is. Just kind of some of the toxicity that people are seeing. This is what she had to say.
Do you think motherhood is going to change you, Krishan?
Change what?
I don't know.
What the f***? I'm fine.
I hope so.
You all like you hope so.
Jesus.
I'm fine. You need to change.
I mean, I didn't say that. I just said, do you think, fatherhood, motherhood changes people. So,
So what did it change you about? Change you?
Me, started planning for the future a little bit more than I used to.
What's she talking to?
I guess somebody was interviewing her.
That was Blue. Someone was interviewing her and Blue.
Was that Boulay Kev? I don't know if that was Boulay Kev. But, I mean, yeah, motherhood is absolutely going to change her.
She doesn't know that yet.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that yet.
Blue seems like he's over it. I ain't gonna lie. Just the way he answers, he just seems like, look, I'm just here for this check right now.
Motherhood changed you, right?
Motherhood absolutely changed me.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's going to change her. I think that she doesn't like people saying it because she doesn't like people talking about her drinking, you know, her fighting, or, you know, how her relationship is. But it will absolutely change her for the good. She doesn't really know that yet, but...
I don't watch the show. She's not drinking now, though, right?
I don't know. I don't know if she's drinking now or not. Do y'all know? She is. Okay. Somebody in the studio here said that she is. I don't know because I don't watch the show.
Where do y'all watch the show at? Where does it come on?
It's on Zeus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's on Zeus Network. And she's also on Baddies West, right? Baddies West? Yeah, so she's on there too. But I don't know. It's just a crazy situation. She's so young. She's beautiful. You know, she used to be a real athlete.
I seen track star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
So I just wish for the better for them.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Now, when we come back, Angela Rye will be holding down front page news. So don't move, all right? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Our co-host Porsha Williams is here. And it's time for front page news. Miss Rye, you back?
I am back. Hey, everybody. So the Department of Justice just yesterday announced that it will review policies and practices of the Memphis Police Department's use of force, de-escalation, and specialized units. As you all know, there was a deadly incident on January 7th involving a 29-year-old Tyree Nichols. As a result of that death, the Department of Justice is going forward into looking at the police's practices. Speaking of DOJ, yesterday, the Department of Justice released the findings of its investigation into the Louisville Police Department, which was responsible for the shooting death of Breonna Taylor. DOJ concluded in an 86-page report, the department has a pattern of excessive force, constitutional violations, unnecessarily violent and racist officers, and failures to properly investigate sexual and domestic violence. According to the Washington Post, findings include Louisville police use force unnecessarily escalate encounters, Black people disproportionately bear the burden of the way in which the police interact with the community. And I think my overall question here is, are we surprised?
No, not at all. But what's going to be done? You know what I mean? Like, once all this information is on the table, what's the next steps to make sure that these things change?
Yeah, because it feels like we already knew this already.
Absolutely.
That's why we're in this space.
Well, Porsha, it's so important to hear your voice on this. I know how active you were around Breonna Taylor's death and the protests that ensued. So thank you for speaking up. We know that there's power in protest, there's power in the polls, and there's power in policy changes. And so hopefully, as a result of these investigative reports that are coming out of the Department of Justice now, we'll see a shift.
Porsha got locked up. Porsha got arrested out there protesting.
I definitely did. But, you know, turning protests into policy is very difficult. But what it takes is for the public to have this information, even though we already knew it. They're acknowledging it, and now we need to go to the polls and get the right people in power to make change. So it's time.
Y'all know it's not an easy feat in Kentucky, but I feel like I'm saying that every day now, right? So, in other news, let's talk about the environment. There's a New Zealand study that says for each person on the planet, we are responsible for 21,000 pieces of plastic in the ocean per person. There's an estimated 171 trillion plastic particles in the world's ocean. The study found that if gathered, the plastic particles would weigh nearly 2.3 million tons, and found a rapid increase in ocean plastic pollution since 2005. Only 9% of plastics used globally are recycled, and there has been a substantial increase in single-use plastics. I'm guilty of this, you guys. The study is encouraging policy-based action to prevent an even larger increase in what is being dubbed plastic smog by 2040. The United Nations has already agreed to create a global plastics treaty by 2024. We know this needs to be addressed from a policy perspective and politically, but what can we do today, you guys, to decrease our carbon footprint?
Disappear, vanish from the planet. because humans are the virus that is ruining the earth. Everything we do.
You're feeling positive today.
It's just the truth, though. Everything we do ruins the planet. Driving, flying, the clothes we wear, the food we eat. We are terrible to this environment. God put us here and gave us a beautiful planet that has everything we need in order to survive, and we found a way to F it up.
We're going to ruin it for the next generation.
We did already.
What about if we start using more glass? Like, we're not supposed to be using plastic bottles anyway. So, like glass Tupperware, glass water bottles.
But then y'all don't want to wash dishes.
I definitely don't.
See what I'm saying?
Definitely don't.
That's why I said I'm
That's
what I'm
me
saying?
all day.
See what I mean?
With a house full of kids, no.
I mean, they're turning cars to electric, so electric is a lot better, right?
So they say.
They're saying the planes.
No, it's not actually. The lithium batteries are a problem there, and I'm eager to see what they say next. Porsha, to your point, this is a sustainable sourced water in a plant-based carton.
There we
go.
go.
I'm trying to do that, and I'm trying to do the glass bottles, but that's hard. I'm gonna work on it.
See, I can do those for the kids, do the glass bottles for me. Boom.
And then even people talk about electric cars. You still got to make the electric cars. These electric cars are made in these factories. What happens at these factories? You see the smoke billowing from these factories going off into the atmosphere. There's nothing we can do to fix the earth except disappear.
Well, where you want us to disappear to? Like that?
Listen.
Disappearing.
We don't have to worry about that. The earth gonna reset itself. The earth gonna get rid of us. They've done it. It's happened before.
Not you bringing in a rapture before
I'm trying to tell you, it's the truth.
I didn't even hear from Envy, and we out of time. Envy, I hope you got some better ideas besides killing us off.
I mean,
but
y'all scaring me.
I tell you one more. Stop using straws and sniff cocaine. Go back to dollar bills or use your fingers like they used to do in the 80s. That's why God gave you a pinky.
Population control poppy over here.
Envy, as crazy as that was.
Population control poppy.
Thank you, Miss Angela Ryan. How can people find you? If they want to find you, how can they find you?
Apparently not long on Earth, but in the meantime on social media at Angela Rye on Instagram and at Angela_Rye on Twitter and TikTok for as long as we got TikTok.
All right. Thank you so much.
God bless.
Now, when we come back, Akbar and Cheryl Underwood will be joining us.
That's a damn shame you won't say that man's
You
last
say
name.
his last name.
I won't even attempt it.
You say his last name.
Nope.
Porsha?
Hey! Don't come to me because I'm Nigerian.
It's Gaba Jababa Bamila.
Don't even. Ooh.
It's God Jeep. You know what? Forget
Let me look at it because I am Nigerian.
Okay, let me see.
Sound like you're trying to cast a spell on the room.
Let me see.
Let me see.
Go ahead, go.
Hold on. Where is that?
Go ahead.
It is Gajaba Bila Mila. Gajaba Bila Mila.
Just because you try to say it nice and soft.
Gajaba Bila Mila.
Gajaba Bila Mila.
Now, when he come in here, we're going to see who right.
All right. Akbar, Cheryl Underwood, when we come back, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our co-host, Porsha Williams here.
Yeah, she'll be back. Oh, there she go. There go Porsha. There go Porsha.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have Cheryl Underwood and Akbar. I cannot pronounce your last name. I'm not going to try.
There you go, Cheryl.
Know better.
Baja B. Amelia.
Hey, Cheryl, you look good. You done slim down.
Listen to me. I had to focus on my health. Shout out to Dr. Zori Morel. Shout out to Metamucil. Shout out to everybody. I'm going to try to talk to people about it. Weight management, they talk to you about weight management as if it's some compulsion or willpower issue. But some people need medical intervention. Praise God. Diabetes almost gone.
Wow.
High blood pressure almost gone.
Your high cholesterol too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But lab work, nice.
Wow.
Make you want to move, make you want to eat better. Then I'm hanging out with Akbar to go to the gym on the lot every morning. Every morning.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hang, but I'm trying to get this body right here so I can get them carrots.
Yeah.
You know, not just carrots to eat, carrots to wear.
The first thing she said when she walked in there was,
Who trying to get that?
Who trying to get that dough?
Okay, tell because
So
you
I
showed
was the
me.
one who brought it to her. I check you guys out all the time, and I saw Drewski on here talking about y'all asked him who's got the best backside in the biz, and he was like, man, Cheryl, and y'all had to like Cheryl Underwood, like yeah, and then
Didn't he say brown skin or something?
He was describing you.
And then you helped him out.
Your backside.
But I was like, who he talking about? He talking about some more? He talking about, because these are all my colleagues and everything. So by the time he got to my name in the clip, I was like, Oh, really?
Yeah. And then he went into more talking about what he would do and
with it.
Listen, and I was just like,
he trying to come get babysat by grandmama.
He said he would eat bunkie or something.
He said he'd eat the bunkie and all that.
Oh, so what he wanted? He want a pony? What he want? A tricycle? what he trying to get? How old is he?
Would you date a younger man? I was gonna ask.
Yeah, but I'm not putting in all that work. He gonna have to bring somebody with him. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna tag out. Okay, out here making these sandwiches for you young people.
He 28. He 28.
Oh, that's a little young.
I got a job. I got to go to work at the Talk every day. I can't be doing that. I be late for the show all the time. He done put a sleeper hold on. You know how young boys are. All they do is play PlayStation, eat cereal, and snack on people. I'm like, I'm late for work. What time is it?
And Gerald's always the first one there. We're always racing between who's the first one on the lot.
Because you know why.
Yeah, I mean, why?
Why? Because we got to be there.
Because y'all black. I get it.
That's right. But wait a minute. Wouldn't it be wild if we did get together and you saw him driving my car and all up on the lot, then we going on tour together and everything?
He's a comedian too.
That's what I'm saying. Make this money. I'll wait.
Well, Porsha said any man that eat bunkie isn't eligible to get married.
No, he's not.
What?
He's saying that a man can be eating bunkie and approach you and say he want to be with you, and you're supposed to kiss in the mouth and marry him. And I said no.
Okay, I would like to rebut that. I think if someone is a giver, then you should be able to have a embrace, a kiss.
But what if he is a known bunkie eater?
Well, you
not just like, I was special. I did my ex-wife. I did my baby mama.
Oh, I'm not going after her. You can't come kiss me after you done did that.
That's what
I'm saying. That's what she mean.
That's what I'm saying.
If let's say it was going down.
Yeah.
If we was having the Porsha party and old boy was, and then he come back to me. Nah, that ain't how that go, Playboy. Yeah. You can come to me.
No, she don't even want her husband to eat her bunkie.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, because I'm about to fight.
If you ate bunkie in the past and now you in a new relationship, that's fine.
Right? A new monogamous?
Yeah.
Yes. Is there some dental care happening?
Thank you.
Can we get
clean your teeth? Don't forget mouthwash.
Listerine. Yeah, and you need to.
And I need you to get some new veneers because I don't know what's between them.
And I need you to have your gastrointestinal work done.
Thank you.
All that? Yeah, you choking down perch and snapper and whiting and all kinds of stuff.
You might have to do a COVID test too.
You better know it.
Let's talk about the talk. CBS PR back here having a fit.
But wait a minute. But when y'all was talking about it, they was back there going, yo. They was like, why? Did you get the shot? Get the shot. They was like, okay. My phone was like, okay. The breakfast club.
Now, Cheryl, you the longest running co-host.
Yeah, you know it.
So do you feel like pressure to guide like the newbies?
No, you know what? Jerry O'Connell, Akbar had two dudes on the show. We got that dude discussion. You know, we have Dion came on. We had a lot of guests and everything. So it's a good energy. Then we got Natalie Morales. You know, you might have a Latina on your panel. You don't have one leading and moderating your panel. So we always making history over at the Talk. Diversity has always been at the Talk table. Then we got Amanda Clue. Let me tell you something. Don't say nothing. That girl bad. You see that girl legs? Man, if I was that tall, I'd be using it.
I would say you do lead. I mean, I think you're like, you don't have to say much to lead. You know what I mean? Like your presence, what you bring to the table.
You see, I stopped talking when you start talking, so I'm not really leading.
No, you
put that Nigerian American voice on me. I was like, yes, you're absolutely right.
It's kind of like being in the locker room and you got that veteran presence in the locker room. They don't, when I walked into the locker room, there was Jerry Rice. He didn't have to say I'm the leader. You just, so you do. You know what I mean? You just carry. You got
that aura. Did you get that, cameraman? Did you get that?
Yeah.
Send it back there so we can play it tomorrow. I am the leader, unofficially. Unofficially. I like to be the anchor, being the old head, remembering all the great guests that we had and still have. You know, the Talk is a great place to come because we're going to talk about it and be about it. So I like being the old head. I like being old school. and I like that God had put me in a position to be settled enough that whatever comes out of people's mouth is cool in the game.
Gotcha. All right, we got more with Akbar and Cheryl Underwood. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our guest host, Porsha Williams, here. And we're still kicking it with Akbar and Cheryl Underwood. Porsha?
You are a comedian,
Yes.
and you've been doing this forever.
Yes.
So you come from the era where you can say what you want to say. People weren't as sensitive.
Right.
And then, we got to talk about Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
How do you feel about his new special and what he had to say? And he is getting backlash, but how you feel?
Well, I believe that first backlash is good because that means he did his thing.
That's right.
You don't always have to agree with the comic.
Right.
Just go on that experience. We know Chris from Big and Blacker, Bringing Pain, everything.
Never
so
scared.
he never scared.
That's
He
right.
did what we needed him to do, and he took the time. He went around the country. He polished the set.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't just start talking about it off the riff.
Right.
And some of the topics only he could do. You know what I'm saying? So he did what he was supposed to do. I think he opened the door for Eddie to come back. He opened the door for Steve, for everybody, for all of us, because you live streaming all over the world.
Right.
So I can be in any comedy club and give me the bag, open the briefcase like Hawaii 5-0, and let's live stream this, and let's bring comedy clubs back. Right. I'm not even worried about the language because what they did was they live streamed a nightclub set.
That's right.
That's the experience.
So you weren't getting the beeps. They didn't edit anything
Nothing.
out. Right.
I have said stuff. I have said stuff. I've got caught in stuff. I know that if I get caught in something, I come to the street. I come to the Breakfast Club. I come to Steve Hart. I come to anybody's show, and we clean it up for the culture.
Right.
But also, you gonna get a little heat for certain things, and he did what he did, and he did it in Baltimore.
What you guys think of it? I gave him like a B-.
B minus.
Wow.
Yeah, because I felt like it was so long for it to come out. It took a year for him to respond.
Yeah, the polish it. You got to get it right.
That's what comedians do, though.
I know that's what comedians do, but I felt like because it was so long, he had to over deliver. And so whereas the material was good, the material wasn't bad. It was just like out of that whole set, it was 7 minutes on Will Smith. And I think that's what everybody tuned in for.
But I think that was the problem. I think having that expectation that I want to see Chris talk about Will made you disregard all the other great stuff that he said.
I don't think it disregarded it. I mean, you can't. It was the elephant in the room. You had to acknowledge that.
But
It's the biggest.
But didn't somebody do it? We did the hour set. Marlon Wayans did an hour on it, and it's a different experience.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but to me, as a comic, I'm going to take all the time I need to polish the joke so when I get to the destination. But also, this is a production. Yeah. So if I was in the club, I can ad-lib, move jokes around, in, out, add words. But this is still a production that's being live streamed. So I think what he did was amazing. That only Chris Rock could do it.
Absolutely.
And even teasing it throughout the special. He kept going like, I don't need another mad rapper.
He was stringing you along. He said, I wanted more, though. I wanted to really, because I think, too, Will Smith had already come out, a couple of times already talking about it. So I wanted some of that response to it. But, I mean,
don't you appreciate that he had to make it a mic drop moment?
Yeah.
I thought he made it a mic drop moment.
It had to be a mic drop moment. And let me tell you this. That slap was personal. Yeah. All right. He's a comedian. He did get up there and he made it into a joke.
Yeah.
But if you are watching it, you felt one of them bitches land in a personal way.
Yeah, no,
so
he fought back. That was his way fighting back.
He didn't even want to he didn't want to fall out of character with the other jokes. So he left it for the end. So if in case he got a little emotional, it could be there. He could drop the damn mic and be done.
I thought he dropped the mic because he messed up. And so he ramped it up. If you go back and watch it again, he had to ramp. He came back, but he had to ramp it up and then had to end it with more anger just to put an excellent. That's how I saw it.
That's a live performance, and a live performance. You streaming a live performance. We mess up on the talk all the time, reading the prompter and doing things. So we don't get to come back into it. So he had to do what he had to do. But here's my feeling of it. When he talked about when the situation happened with August Alsina, he tried to reach out to him as a man because that was the dude that he looked up to, and he didn't call him back. So something's going on all in that dynamic. But we all family. If something was happening to me, I want y'all to reach out to me and go, Cheryl, you good? We will talk like y'all did. Everybody did, because we family. That's why I think Chris was so open to him when he walked toward him. He didn't think he was about to get slapped. Right. You know, but when y'all men, y'all grown men. Yeah. Come on, man. You as big as you are, you gonna let a dude man, without the baby powder? Without the baby,
you probably would have let him come that close if that was your brother. Like you didn't think he would have did it. Like if I'm doing something, Charlamagne's walking up to me, I'm just thinking that's Charlamagne. He gonna say something stupid on the mic.
Right. I got you. Right.
And he is at the Oscars. He's on one of the biggest stages ever. I don't give a damn what you think. When he got on that stage, he had no idea he was gonna connect to his face.
Can I tell you what I want to have happen? And I think you can facilitate this, or they can come on to talk on CBS and Paramount Plus. I want them to squash it. I want them to shake hands. I want them to shake hands and squash it and go, my bad, your bad, and then squash it with Jada. Let's just squash it and then get on to making these bags.
Even now, if I'm Chris, I wouldn't talk to you either for a year because I got a special coming up. So I got to get this material.
That's right.
You ain't going to step on this material.
That's right. And you ain't going to catch us chopping it up. And then they go, they cool with each other.
You know, Chris, do you think Chris would resolve? Because the way it felt, it didn't feel like he would ever want to resolve it with
I think in time they will. Because you're older now, you're more mature. And you can do it right on the top of CBS and Paramount Plus.
He's stupid. Even though he called him bitch 19,000 times, called his wife
that was the only way he could fight back. That was his slapback. That was his slapback because that was the only way he could respond.
That's club language. You know, it killed me when people get sensitive about it. Who you calling?
Sure, where you going? Let me ask you a question. One real quick question.
I got to make it go. What?
I want to say the real ended last year, right? The real ended last year. Yeah. The View is still going. I want to know what separates the talk from shows that follow the same formula. Like, why is the talk still here?
We don't have to. I'm not speaking about anybody else's show because I love The View. I don't think I would be here if it wasn't for Sherry Shepherd helping me get in Joy's Comedy Corner and doing 2 political sets. And I think that's where you see Cheryl Underwood, who's a nightclub performer, Def Comedy Jam, BET Comic View, now on a panel and being the longest running person on a panel on CBS, right? Nobody would have expected that. But that's because the door was open for me. Whoopi, Sherry, Lonnie, everybody. So what separates the difference is we can talk about anything. We just don't have to be polarizing about it. Right. We can talk about male-female relationships. We can talk about sports, politics, what's going on in the day, entertainment. We just don't have to go that far with it. And I'd like to see us do some different things. And if the Lord let us stay on, then we will be doing things like that. But when you're talking about panel shows, look at how news has changed. There are more panels and more banter. So when you want good conversation, the destination is the talk.
They gotta go, guys. It's conversation over confrontation.
I was holding my purse because I thought I was about to get romanced, and since he's not here, I'll be leaving.
I'm gonna connect you with Drewski. Akbar said it's conversation over confrontation.
I would go on a date.
Film it, please.
I'll go on a date.
We're gonna make that happen.
I want to see it.
I would go on a date. What do you like to eat? What do you like to eat?
Everything. Hit big boy.
Well, you know, but that's later possibly. I don't know. I don't know if my insurance coming. I'm trying to get these $1 billion checks. How can I be down? When am I coming back? Nobody ever calls me and go, hey girl, I need to talk to you in the break room. Let me get $1 billion, Bill Gates. What's happening? It never happens for me. Charlamagne, can you find me somebody?
Drewski, I got you.
Yeah, but what if that don't work out?
It might work out.
I need somebody with money.
They gotta go. They got live TV. They got live TV.
Akbar, Nigerian. Do Nigerian mini bunkie?
Of course, man. We're Nigerians.
Where your man from?
Porsha, where your man? Get in my
Where your man from?
My man is from Nigeria. He is a Benin. He's from the Kingdom of Benin.
Oh, okay. Okay, Nigerian, huh?
Yes,
my people from Ghana.
And I am Yoruba.
I'm Yoruba. What do you know?
My brother.
Y'all stole Jollof rice from the Ghanaian people. Just
don't you bring that nonsense here. You better not bring that nonsense here. It is our jollof rice. Everyone knows it's our jollof rice.
I don't know what it's got. Akbar, Cheryl Underwood, thank you for joining us. I know y'all gotta go.
Watch the talk on CBS.
It's the Breakfast Club.
Jollof rice for breakfast.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yo.
We got our guest host, Porsha Williams here.
Good morning.
Salute to you, Porsha. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been grabbing tickets to the first ever Black Effect Podcast Festival. That's happening April 22nd in Atlanta at Pullman Yards, man. Some of your favorite podcasts like the 85 South Show, Horrible Decisions, Big Facts Podcast, just to name a few, hosted by myself and Just Hilarious, man. You can go get your tickets at Eventbrite.
Yes.
You know, or you can go to Black.
Reasonably Shady, are they going to be there?
Reasonably Shady, definitely going to be there. Giselle and Robin definitely going to be there. They'll be there live. There'll be food. There'll be music. All types of stuff, man. So go to Eventbrite to get your tickets. And for more information, go to blackeffect.com.
Me and Louis V supposed to be doing some after party.
Louis V's providing the soundtrack.
We got to set it up.
This is what y'all need to do. Y'all need to do an after party. Now, if y'all want to get me at an after party, this is the kind of after party y'all got to do for the Black Effect Podcast Festival. It's Saturday, April 22nd. You know what else happens Saturday, April 22nd?
What?
Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis.
Oh, the fight.
Super fights. I don't like how you dropped the bomb for that, but not the Black Effect Podcast Festival, right? But super fights.
Right.
Super fights. So if y'all want to see me out and about in the streets of Atlanta,
you gotta have a fight on.
You gotta have a fight on.
We can work that out.
Yeah, fight party.
We can work that
out.
Let me know, because I'm coming to the Black Effect.
Done.
Okay, cool.
And I'm coming to the after party.
All right,
I'll be there too.
So I know you and the hubby got a lot of cars. You know, I do my car show. So
when is that?
We're gonna let you know the date, but I'm gonna pull up and then we'll grab some of you and hubby cars.
There we go.
I see you got a Ferrari and Bentley.
Maybe
and Rolls
I finally
Royces.
get to drive that one.
Oh, you don't get to drive his cars?
No, not the Ferrari.
Do you want to?
No, I don't.
Okay. My wife's the same way. She's like, I don't want to drive. That's my wife says the same thing.
I have to admit how women drive on curbs. So you know.
What you mean? You hit curbs?
Sometimes they hit me.
Oh, the curbs hit you?
Yeah, I be minding my business.
You be minding your business?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Rich people.
All right. Well, we got rumors on the way. Give us a little tease. What we talking about when we come back?
Well, we're going to talk about my good auntie Monique. Honey, she says she is growing out of that open relationship with daddy.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk about it next. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. Porsha Williams, our co-host, is here. Let's get to the rumors. Let's go.
This is the Rumor Report.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatting.
Sometimes you say stuff and it's just gonna get you in trouble.
On the Breakfast Club.
Whatever. She don't know my business. I know hers. All right, so I'm super excited about this particular story. I love when people come up off of their talent and make mega millions. So Metro Boomin reportedly sells his portion of his catalog for a whopping $70 million.
That's dope.
I'm not mad at it.
$70 million. Yesterday, Billboard reported that Metro Boomin sold a portion of his catalog to an LA-based investment firm called Shamrock Capital. Metro Boomin is known for producing Future, Young Thug, A$AP Rocky. His catalog also includes Bad and Bougie, Jumpman, everything. Bank Account by 21 Savage. So super popular. Now he has a total of 99 entries on Billboard Hot 100 with 2 number ones and 10 top records.
Now I understand why artists are selling their publishing. I guess what I'm still not clear on is why are these people spending so much money on it? I understand why the artist is selling it, but I wonder what the people are spending so much money on.
I mean, when you own it, every time it's sampled, every time it's played on the radio, every time it's played on the streaming service, you get paid off of that. So
but the reason the artist is selling it is because they feel like they'll never see that money from their music anyway. So will the people that buy it?
But that money but he's still who he is, so he can produce new music. But look, he made $70 million now.
I'm with that.
They're the ones have to promote it to get the extra streams. So they have to spend more money. They spend money to get it. Now they got to spend money, invest in it, and blow it up again. But he can make brand new music. And make it stream.
Don't get it twisted. Again. They'll make that money back. If they paid $70 million, that means it's probably worth $100 million. You know what I mean? But it's a way to get that money up front. Yes, it is.
I don't believe that.
That's the way to get that money up front. Because they're not going to sell it what it's worth.
That music.
Because I'm giving you up all that money up front. It's kind of like when you win the lotto. You win the lotto, it's $100 million. You don't get the whole $100 million. Somebody will say, okay, they'll give you 60 of that million. They're not going to give you that $400 million.
I think they're paying for the asset, but I don't know if that money will make that. It won't make $70 million in this lifetime.
Well,
maybe over some generations.
But you talking about a group like Migos. They're not going to be recording any more music right now. You know what I mean? So it's classics that they have. And Drake, he's putting it out there that he might retire. So they have bought some great catalogs.
Nobody's giving up that money without doing the research and homework to make sure that
that's right.
They're going to project to make that money back.
That's why I keep asking. I want to know why these companies are actually making these purchases. Because even when you look at the music that's sampled, it's like Christmas songs, birthday songs, You know what I mean? Children's songs.
Hold on, because you have brands like Burger King, McDonald's, all these top brands are using hip hop to market.
Now they are.
Right, so that's big money in commercials.
These things get played in movies. Every time they get played in movies, there's big checks. Like you listen to a song like Ludacris is the perfect example. You hear Ludacris music all over, everywhere. But you just don't think about it. Some of these songs, whether it's a piece of a song, piece of a sample,
don't matter.
I just don't.
Seconds.
Yeah, when you look up the top 10 most sampled songs, it's no hip hop in there. Like when you look at the top 10 most sampled songs of all time, it's like I said, Christmas carols and birthday songs.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, definitely Mariah Carey. It's a Christmas record.
She would be the top. Well, let's move it on to Monique. Now, this is very interesting to me. Now, she says she has grown out of her open relationship with her husband, Sidney Nix. Now, they've been married since 2006, and she's been very open about their relationship. Now, in an interview in 2016, she explained that she wasn't ready to stop dating other men, so she took that behavior right on into the marriage. And since Sidney was her best friend, she explained it to him, and he was cool with it. This is what she said.
When you have an open relationship, those are the ones that seem to last longer. When you have a closed relationship, those are the ones that seem to shut down quickly. That's what I will
define
say.
Open?
What I define as open is there is not one thing I will take with me when I go to the next journey that my husband doesn't know. There's nothing he will take with him when he goes to his next journey that I don't know. That's what we mean by open. Everybody automatically assumed it was all of this wild flowing sex. We just having orgies and swinging parties. That's not who we.
When you hear open relationship, that's what you think.
Right, that's what you think because you're small-minded. So your mind can't take you anywhere else but straight to that.
Now, by her definition, an open relationship isn't about sex. It just sounds like an open line of communication.
Well, not necessarily, because this is what she said. I mean, she's opening it up. It includes other things, but she was in a relationship with someone she did not want to let go, and it was a sexual relationship. She said Sidney had one thing he had to teach me, and that was this word right here is killing me. What's this?
Reciprocation?
Reciprocity.
Let me see, Porsha.
It's a big. It's
reciprocity.
Reciprocity. No. No. Look at it. Come look at it. Come look at it.
Goodness gracious.
What did it right now?
That's
not representative.
Reciprocity.
That's all right. We're going to let that go. But basically, if you can do it, I can do it. All right, but we're going to keep on with the quote. Now she took a shot at the word. All right. Now he said, if you can have that, it's only fair that I can have it too. I want to continue. She said she wanted to continue seeing the gentleman she was seeing, and I felt comfortable telling my husband, Hicks, I'm grateful he taught me that she had to play fair. But see, now she's saying that it's changed. She's now has a whole another outlook on their relationship. She said, life began to happen. I began to see a strength I have never seen before. He loved me at my worst. I didn't want to sacrifice that for a lay, so I grew out of that.
I'm still so confused, Porsha. Is this about sex or about open lines of communication? Which one is it?
It sounds like there was also an emotional relationship that was going on with the ex, including sex. What it is we put value on the sex part, because when we think of an open relationship, first thing we think of is sex. You're not about to have sex with nobody else.
Yeah.
You don't think of cheating of, you have an emotional tie with someone else. What she's saying is it was all wrapped up into one. But now she values every part of her husband, and she don't want to share none of it. She don't want to share her heart with nobody else, because he been there for her, and it feels like she is, just betraying him at this point. Sex is not a big deal to Monique. Hasn't been a big deal to her or her husband.
But I wonder how that works, because they went into this relationship knowing it's an open relationship, so he might, whatever is open on his side.
How we know sex not a big deal to them though?
She the one asked. I'm not saying it's not a big deal. It's not where she's putting her focus.
Oh, gotcha.
It wasn't a big deal. So having a lay with another man was just a stimulation to her. What it sounds like, it was really about her sharing herself, and spiritually, it sounds like she wants to give it all.
How does that work? Now, let's say he still wants an open relationship, but she doesn't want it. So now he gotta move on and come back.
That's Pandora's box, because see, she was the one who introduced the open relationship. He then agreed.
He agreed, and now whatever he got on the side, whatever he doing. Now we want to stop.
Can we just agree that when she say no, he got to agree with that? It is what it is.
Is that fair to him?
It's not fair, but he done had all these years of doing what he want. Be grateful for that.
I might not be ready to close. I might want to stay open. That's all I'm saying. I'll tell you this. I think we need to open up the phones next hour because I be wondering, do open relationships really work for people?
Okay,
I would like to know that too.
I don't know.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know anybody personally who's in one, so I would like to know if these things really work for people.
Okay. No, we only found out really about it, her and Jada and Will.
What? What, Porsha?
Jada and Will Smith.
They got an open relationship?
Well, I kind of thought that's what it was out there.
That's what the entanglement was?
Well, y'all won't lead them people alone, boy.
I'm just giving examples.
Y'all would not lead them.
I sound like a little money.
But let's open up the phone lines and we'll talk about it. 800-585-1051. Porsha, thank you for those rumors. Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Oh, man, 4 after the hour, there's an injustice happening in Clearwater, Florida. We might have to get Tamika Mallory and Porsha to go down there because there's a real injustice happening. We'll discuss it 4 after the hour.
All right. We'll get to that next. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Your company has goals this year. Find the right people to help you achieve them with ZipRecruiter, where 4 out of 5 employers get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
The Breakfast Club, bitches. Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Listen, Duval. Donkey of the day for Thursday, March 9th goes to police officers in Clearwater, Florida. Now, what does your Uncle Shala always tell you about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. In fact, today's donkey requires our immediate attention because it's just a reminder of why we should all be more concerned about where this planet is going. Okay, there was an injustice in Clearwater, Florida that needs our attention, ladies and gentlemen. Porsha, you and my good sister Tamika Mallory need to round up the troops and head to Clearwater because there is a young 29-year-old woman named Tiara Miller who needs someone advocating on her behalf because what the police did to this young lady is one of the greatest injustices I've ever seen. Okay, see, Tiara is a stripper. An exotic dancer, all right, a burlesque queen, a bump and grinder, a peeler of panties and other items of clothing, a pole crawler, dropping the clues bombs for all the strippers out there. Okay.
Never heard some of them descriptions, but okay.
Well, your service is appreciated. Okay, Tiara, and all the scrippers out there, your service is appreciated. And this woman, Tiara, put in work at Baby Doll Script Club in Clearwater, and she was arrested and charged with a misdemeanor domestic battery charge. Now, I know you want to know, why is your Uncle Charlotte making such a fuss about a misdemeanor domestic battery charge? Because it's the principle of what happened to this young woman. Now, everybody in this room has love for strippers, correct?
When you say love for sure,
what does that mean? Like, what does that mean?
I know, right?
Go have a good time in the club.
Wow. I said have love for. We have love for strippers, right? Okay, we like strippers, right?
That's a strong word. Can we have a different word?
We like strippers.
Enjoy. We haven't enjoyed.
Yeah, there you go. Enjoy strippers.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, what do we do to strippers, Porsha? When we in a strip club or we have commissioned their services for private parties, what is the one thing we do to strippers?
We got the tip.
You got the tip. There you go. Throw dollars at them. Make it rain. That's what we do.
Exactly.
It is the only way, okay? Throwing monies at strippers go together like trees to branches, cliffs to avalanches, okay? Strippers are the lumberjack. Throwing money at them is the hat to match. But have you ever stopped to think, well, what would happen if a stripper threw the money back at us? How would that make us feel?
Oh, that's happened to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anytime a fine woman is in the club and the money's being thrown around, and then you turn around and start dancing, they'll throw money at you too. It's just like a fun thing because strip clubs is like a party.
Yeah.
It's not just based on the strippers. It's everybody's
having a good time. Yeah. That's what I would think. Well, apparently in Florida, it leads to someone getting a misdemeanor domestic battery charge because, see, what had happened was Tiara Miller and her accuser, a 34-year-old man who, according to the New York Post, she had previously dated for 6 months, were both working at the Baby Doll Script Club, and they must have been on the early shift because it was 11:55 a.m. Perfect time for us young OGs, okay? I'm not going to be in the script club when the jitterbug's in there, okay? I don't do the late hours. I got to be in the script club at non-yawning hours. 11:55 a.m. is a great time. But they was in the club a week after they broke up, and the man attempted to walk across the stage to speak to another coworker. I guess Tiara wasn't feeling that because she allegedly hurled a large wad of cash at him and hit him in the back of the head and she got arrested for that.
What's wrong with what? Who even called the police for that?
He's the accuser, so I'm guessing him.
Police.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
You mean to tell me this woman has been getting dollars tossed on her for a living for who knows how long, and the one time she returns the favor, she gets arrested?
Man, so weak.
I can see why y'all broke up.
Oh.
Okay? My brother, how do you expect to get into heaven pressing charges against strippers for throwing money at you? And furthermore, Clearwater Police, why are you wasting taxpayers' dollars making these kinds of arrests? Y'all must have saw this woman and started feeling freaky and just wanted to put her in handcuffs to fulfill your kinks, because there is no way that this woman should be arrested for this. Now, I have a copy of the police report.
Oh, this is serious.
Yes, it's a copy of the police report. I'm going to read it verbatim, okay? It says, on the above date and time, the victim and the defendant were working together at the occurred when the victim attempted to walk across the stage to speak to another coworker. The defendant took a wad of money and purposely threw it at the victim's head, hitting him in the back of the head. The defendant and the victim have been dating for 6 months and separated 7 days ago. Give that to Porsha. Let her see that. Pass that to her.
Let me see this.
Okay? Somebody got to tell me what this woman did wrong, because I don't see it. All right?
If it was a brick of money, though. Not just single.
Matter.
That big brick hit you in the head. I think that would hurt. That big brick.
How much is in a brick? You talking about 10 stacks?
Woo. Yes.
Like 10 stacks.
10 stacks.
That's a lot of money.
I mean, come on.
Or even 1,000.
How gentle is his head, really? You can't take a hit on the head?
That's right.
From a stripper?
That's right. And the man was on the stage in the strip club. He walked across the stage and he got a wad of money thrown at him. Last time I checked, that's how it works.
She might have had an arm like Mariano Rivera and threw that thing and hit him in the head.
You hit that stage in a strip club. If you're working with something, then the ones get to flying. Okay, I don't see anything violent here. And this is what I hate about society and social structures. It's okay to throw money at strippers, all right, when they on stage, but when the roles are reversed, it's a problem.
There you go.
This is why men fear putting women in positions of power, and this is why white supremacists fight so hard to stay in power, because they believe that if the roles are reversed, the people you have marginalized and oppressed are going to treat you the way you have historically treated them.
This is when we're not in our head, and then we like, what?
Please let Remy Ma give the police in Clearwater, Florida, the biggest hee-haw.
This is ridiculous. This is a waste of people's time.
I feel bad for him.
Are you dumb?
You feel bad for him?
Yes, he went to the strip club to spend some money, and he gets thrown with a brick.
No, he actually works there.
That's her ex-boyfriend.
That's right. He got on that stage.
And you're not about to cheat on a stripper with another stripper.
They
don't work like
they broke
that.
up.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Let me ask you a question. Before you were married, would you ever date a guy that went to the strip club and picked dollars up off of the floor?
No.
Would you respect that guy?
No, I would not.
Look across the room.
Justice for Tierra Miller.
Wait a minute.
Porsha organized the Million Stripper March, and injustice to one stripper is a threat to strippers everywhere.
You got to call Amber Rose for that, all right? We on a whole nother mission. Call her. She got that handle. There's lanes. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today. And I was serious. He really was at the strip club picking up singles, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, we need to.
I was recycling,
Like
man.
he was
recycling. I picked him up and threw him right back.
See that right there? You don't love strippers. You said you love strippers. You really don't.
It was a long time ago, Porsha. Okay.
Before you made it.
Huh?
Before you made it.
Before I made it. There you go. We was on the come up. There you go.
See?
There you go.
No, Elana, he just took that out real quick.
No, it's true. It was a long time ago.
All right. When we come back, we're talking open relationships. Now, this conversation comes from Monique. And we're just trying to figure out, are you in an open relationship? How is it working for you? Does it work right? Does it work well? Call us up right now. 800-585-1051. If you're in an open relationship, call us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Talk about it. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We have Porsha Williams here, and we're talking open relationships, all right? Now, this conversation comes from Monique. Now, Monique says she's done with open relationships. She don't want to have it no more. So we're asking, does this work? Have you ever been in an open relationship?
Never.
Never?
It's don't work for me.
No?
No.
I ain't got to ask you, Charlamagne. I know.
No, I've never been in an open relationship. I don't even know anybody who's ever been in one. I'm interested, though, because, it seems to be working for some people, but I wonder, is it really?
All right, well.
Oh, you know what? I do remember somebody telling me they were in an open relationship. Who? Did they say it on the show? I don't think they said it on the show, so I can't name them. But she said it didn't work out.
They was on the show.
They was on the show, and they told me that she told me they had been in an open relationship.
Now, two men, or was she dating and he dating?
She was with women.
Okay.
She was with women, and she wanted to continue to be with women. And so they ended up making an agreement to continue to do that. And it didn't work out because, I think she started to get emotionally tied with the other woman, and he couldn't take it. He didn't like it. He thought it was just going to be sex, and so they had to stop.
There's no such thing as
almost
just
ended the
having
marriage.
sex. I think I wonder if I would think most men would be cool with that. Like, my wife got a girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Not when she fall in love with her.
No.
Not when you like, okay, wait a minute, you really like this person.
That girl can do stuff with her tongue that you can't do.
Well, let her teach you.
No,
she can't teach you.
Now, listen.
You can't learn what a woman can do for a woman.
Most African men like to be with more than one woman.
Hold on now.
No, they like believe in polygamy. I'm just saying.
Hold on now. It's a religion thing,
Okay.
and my husband is Christian, so depending on what their religion is, that may be what they follow.
Gotcha.
But no, not necessarily.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, let's go to the phone line. Hello, who's this?
Jelani.
Hey, Jelani. Now tell us about your situation. Yours is very interesting.
Yeah, I talked to y'all actually a couple years ago. But I'm poly. I've been in an open relationship officially for about 8 years with my husband. But we have been living together for the past 8 months with my other partner, who I've been having an in vitro fertilization process with to have another baby.
Is it a man?
I'm about to ask the same thing.
Yeah, it has to be a man if they're doing in vitro.
Two black Aries men. Yes, 2 men. Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 men living in your house now?
Yeah, we all live together, but we have our own bedroom, so, it's separate spaces at home. But we all live together.
So how do you decide which man you sleep with each night?
I sleep by myself.
Somebody get a camera over there at her house.
Do they run on you?
No, it's not called a
It's definitely not called a but no, not at all. We've never even did anything together in that way.
Dang, she sound like the GOAT.
I choose to sleep with whoever I choose to sleep with. Even if it's outside the house, it's all ethical. I'm honest about it, but I'm not there.
Why y'all need
right
in vitro
now.
then?
That's enough going on.
Because
Because my tubes are tied. Because I'm poly. But I met this person right after my tubes are tied. So for the past 3 years, we've been together. But now I want to have a child with him. He doesn't have a child.
Oh, so that's why you want to have a child with him. And what about the first husband? Did y'all talk about having a child together?
We have 2 beautiful children.
Okay, so you want to have one for the new husband.
How do y'all explain to y'all cheering y'all got 2 daddies? Y'all a 2 daddy household.
They kind of would. Yeah, a whole bunch of love.
Wow.
Some kids ain't got no daddy, so at least they got 2 daddies.
So what you gonna do when you come home?
Very abundant.
What you gonna do when you come home one day and you're gonna find both of those men in bed? What you gonna do when you come home one day? What you gonna do when you come home one day and find both of them men in bed?
Here go Envy with his fantasies.
Why you go there?
That's his fantasy. Here go Envy with his fantasy.
Well, see, I'm not mad at her. You got to take it there, but see, I'm not mad at it because see, most men, when you think of like an open relationship, this woman is the GOAT. All right, because she has actually managed to have 2 men. So she got her first husband to agree for her to have another man. Most of the time, men say, "Yeah, we can have an open relationship,
but it gotta be a female
woman." Yeah, exactly, and that's where I have the problem.
Yes,
with it.
and my husband dates outside of me. My partner, he dates here and there. So they have the capacity and the ability to date whomever they want to, but I'm good. I'm good. They don't have to go outside of me as much, and they choose not to.
So what about when the new baby comes? Are you gonna want more commitment from the second guy? Like, why can't you just be what's it called? Polyamorous?
I am polyamorous, but I don't lack commitment right now.
So what about them? Can they have other women?
Yeah.
She said yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
My husband is in a relationship outside of me right now.
But what if she get pregnant? Now we got babies everywhere. How we gonna pay for
He's had a vasectomy. We're smart about this. We've been doing this for a long time.
I got a headache just listening to you, boo.
She said they smart about it though.
Well, thank you, Mama. Ray, Jelani.
You're welcome.
That is wow.
I just got a headache.
That's wow.
This just gives me a headache.
If she would have stopped that, I got my first husband, right?
Yeah.
I brought my second husband, and we 3 are in a relationship. That's it. We have a commitment. I can't understand it, but okay, I got it. But when you say you got 2 men in the house, and everybody still sleeping with everybody outside of the house, that's a lot. That's a lot of soul
crazy.
ties going on. I don't even know how she deal with that.
Jesus. Brittany, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. You were in an open relationship?
I was.
What happened?
So basically, he and I were dating, but I didn't really care about like his occupation, and there were things that he was doing that just didn't really fit what I was looking for. So I wound up finding my current boyfriend while I was in a relationship with him. And I left him for that relationship.
Damn.
Did he know about it? Did he know that you were still dating?
Yeah, he knew. I told him when I met my current boyfriend.
See, that's the problem. See, you date one guy, you find somebody that's better, and now this guy's cool with you dating, and then you leave him.
But I don't really know if that's considered an open relationship, because an open relationship, in my mind, what I thought the definition was, we're committed, but we sleep with other people, but we are still always going to come back home.
Well, that's what she did, but she didn't come back home.
Sounds like she was dating, and sounds like he was dating.
I want to talk
to. And then they found who they were.
He was dating too, but I wound up finding somebody who made more sense for me and what I was looking for, and it no longer made sense to be in that open relationship and continue on.
See, this is everybody's fair. This ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? I open the door a little bit. We supposed to be doing this together.
That's
so
what I said.
you gonna leave me and move on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't right.
That's called monkey barring. That's holding on to one bar, that's one relationship, and hanging on to another one and then letting that one go. That's what it's called, monkey barring.
Exactly.
You learned that in therapy?
A relationship expert now.
I mean, he got a whole physical movement for it. So
Monkey,
this is like
looking stupid, like a little beige monkey. One of them little white monkeys.
All right,
Little white monkeys with the pink face.
585-1051. We're talking open relationships. Are you in one? Has it worked for you? Let's talk about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. Get your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got Porsha Williams, our co-guest host this morning. And we're talking open relationships. Now, this comes from Monique, who says she's done. She doesn't want an open relationship anymore. So we're just asking, are you in one? How is it working for you? Hello, who's this?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I am anonymous.
Okay, anonymous.
We got your name, though.
Yeah, we definitely got your name, but we're not going to say it.
Kimberly.
Thank you. I was in an open relationship 2.5 years. And our agreement was essentially, if we're going to sleep with anybody else, we're going to let each other know ahead of time. Now, I never slept with anyone outside my relationship, not because not because he wouldn't let me, I just didn't want to. On 3 different occasions in these 2.5 years, I found out a month after the fact that he had gone to sex parties and essentially had orgies.
Oh, damn.
So when I mentally decided I was done with this relationship, I met another man, and who I actually wanted to be with. And a month after me and him began a relationship, I told this other guy, hey, I know we're in an open relationship. I've met someone else, and this relationship is over. And he was begging to be with me and all this. And I was like, well, you wanted to be in an open relationship. And now the open relationship was the nail in our coffin.
Lord have mercy.
Now that's a real open relationship.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mama.
That sounds like the movies I used to watch. What's the movie? Them Twa movies?
Yeah.
They don't end well.
Pandora's box.
I ain't seen nobody have an open relationship and it ends well yet.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Jaden. Good morning. Today's my birthday, and rest in peace, Biggie.
Hey, happy birthday, man.
It's Bow Wow's birthday, too, and Chingy, too.
Hey, happy birthday.
All right, what's your story, brother?
So, I was in an open relationship, and my parents are in an open relationship, and my sister's in an open relationship. And let me tell you.
Stay at. Where y'all live at?
Utah?
So, I think being in an open relationship is an opportunity to flex your communication skills and really learn about yourself. But ultimately, whoever your main partner is, your main squeeze, you really need to dedicate all of your energy towards them, as well as finding out about yourself. So, in a way, it's a way to get stronger, in my opinion.
How old are you?
I'm 24 today.
Oh, so his parents are like our age.
So your mom had dudes in the house?
I mean, they do now. Not when I was a kid. This is more of a recent thing.
How do you look at the other dudes that's tapping your mom's cheeks?
Jesus.
Oh.
I'm just asking.
I mean, I personally, the way I grew up, I don't really see it like that. They're adults. I'm an adult now, so like. Whatever's happening on their side, it's really none of my business, you know?
That's true.
So did you start having your open relationship because you knew your parents were doing it, so it's like a normal thing for y'all? Because now this is going to probably be generation.
It's the opposite.
Huh?
I started with the open relationship.
And they followed you.
Oh.
They followed me.
I thought you said it was happening
They
in
was
your
like,
house
that's
already.
lit, son.
He means now.
Now.
No, I'm sorry. I miscommunicated. Yeah, now.
So you date, I guess you have a relationship with I don't want to be assumptuous, man or woman.
Right. Previously I had a relationship with a man and a woman.
Okay.
You just greedy, man.
So, but what did you say to your parents that made them want to open their relationship after all these years? Because I'm assuming they've been married for 24 years because they still together now. What'd you say to make open relationship sound so good?
Well, it's my dad and my stepmom. So I just kind of showed them, what it was that made me happy and that made me and my little throuple happy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess they just kind of realized, they needed to flex their communication and such with each other because they were struggling. So yeah.
So your dad likes men too?
Yes.
It sounds to me like everybody's exploring their shadow side, and I think that it is hard to communicate your shadow side, but if everybody is dealing with their shadow side,
what's the shadow side?
The shadow side is just like that I don't want to say the darkness because dark ain't the right word, but just those things in you that you may not speak to anybody else about, those desires you may have, like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? His dad clearly wanted to be with men. He probably never felt like he could talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But
he said his son do it.
And
Yeah,
now
but
he's in it.
exactly. So now that him and his wife can talk about it, it just opens up the communication even more.
So you took your dad out with you and turned your dad out, so he was able to see that.
Wow.
Yeah.
He
There
said,
you go.
yeah. You don't let him tell you to turn your daddy out.
He said he did.
He didn't turn his daddy out. His daddy been out. Okay, he just was in.
It just sounds like everybody in this house is exploring their shadow self.
Okay.
And to give the technical term, it's when it's the uncivilized, even primitive side of your nature, and we all have a shadow self.
What's yours? What's your shadow side?
The parts of myself that I deem unacceptable?
Yeah, that if you could do it. If you could approach your wife and say, this is what I want to do.
Oh, no, me and my wife talk about these type of things.
So what's your shadow side?
I'm not sharing that with the world.
Why? We're all sharing. This is the Breakfast Club. What do you mean?
Nah, some things I think you should keep to yourself.
With having like a shadow side to something.
Mm-hmm. Your shadow self.
You have to realize that that's part of you.
Yes.
What?
So you have to accept that. You have to accept yourself, because if you don't, you're denying yourself, even the bad part.
That is very true.
I want to learn more about your shadow side. I want to learn my shadow side.
Yes.
I'm interested.
And the way to find it is you pay attention to your dreams and nightmares. You use shadow work prompts in a journal to understand your core beliefs, thoughts, and feelings. You talk to your therapist or counselor about the things that bother you, and you look for patterns of behavior that you don't like in yourself.
So when do we get to indulge in our shadow self? Like, when do I get to do these things? I'm gonna find out.
I don't even know if it's a thing you indulge in. It's just a thing that you might want to communicate, because those are the things that make you feel bad, right?
Right.
But that don't necessarily mean you're a bad person just because you think about these things. So who are the people in your life that you could talk to about your shadow self and they don't judge you?
Okay.
Probably your sister.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just asking. Like, who?
I don't know what my shadow is. Is it connected to sex? Is it like, I think about murdering people, or
it might be all of that.
Oh,
yeah.
I think the world knows your shadow self.
What's my shadow self?
Mm-hmm.
What's my shadow self?
Mm-hmm. We got rumors on the way, Porsha.
I really have a shadow
what's
self.
your shadow self?
I really don't have a shadow
no,
self.
you do. You admitted it. You just don't want to tell us.
We can open
and
up the
that's
phone
cool.
lines right now and ask your shadow side. I'm sure the world will tell
I
us.
really don't. I've explored it. I don't have a shadow.
I feel like your listeners know you well enough that they can probably tell you what your shadow self is.
I would like to know.
Yeah.
I would like
800-585-1051. You think you know
but only a psychologist could tell you that.
You think you know Charlamagne's shadow side, something that he really wants to do but is scared to let it out?
Yes.
You think you know that?
Let's help him reveal his true self.
We got rumors on the way.
Did we get a moral of the story from this open relationship conversation?
What's the moral? Nobody up here is
the moral of the story is it don't sound fun. I thought y'all was going to make it sound fun.
No,
it don't sound like nothing I want to try. I'd rather just...
We're going to stay inside. We're going to stay in our closed marriages. That's
rather stay married.
That's right. I'd rather definitely stay married.
That's what you meant
Absolutely.
to say. All right, we got rumors on the way.
We do. We have some rumors coming up, and they are really good, so make sure y'all stay tuned.
You're supposed to say Tyrese.
Oh, Tyrese. That's what I'm saying. It ain't in front of me now. Made it up.
We're talking Tyrese when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
All right, let's get to the rumors. Let's go.
This is the Rumor Report.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
Sometimes you say stuff and it's just gonna get you in trouble.
On The Breakfast Club.
Whatever. She don't know my business. I know hers. That's right. I know everybody's business. Okay. So we're gonna start out with correcting a little something I talked about yesterday, which is BAPS. Remember we had that big debate whether it's a classic or not.
Yep.
And online said it's a classic. They agree with me. But Cardi B is saying that it was a rumor. She has no idea where it came from. She went on Twitter and she said, I don't even know where the rumor even came about. Maybe because we look so cute in the WAP video. Kiss, kiss. So I guess it's not in the works. It's not actually going to happen. But, you know, I'm still rooting for it because I think that would be super cute for her to do.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. She said she has no idea where it came
like
from.
Like everything else on the internet from no damn place.
Hopeful wishes, yeah. Now, next up, this is really good. So, Rough Riders are going to be honoring DMX in a ride-out event right here in New York City. The Rough Riders announced that they'll be hosting a ride-out on April 9th. Okay, I was about to say, it's not today. Okay, there we go. April 9th, which will commemorate 2 years since DMX's untimely passing.
Damn.
Yeah, now they detail that it'll be a day of fun, food, drinks, just a good time, music, all of that. They're going to be releasing more information about it coming up soon. So if you are a DMX fan, stay tuned because that will be a great day to celebrate his life, his legacy, all of that.
Rest in peace to X.
I'm sure they'll start in Yonkers somewhere, but that's dope. Or finish in Yonkers.
Yeah, well, next up now, Tyrese opens up about his bad reaction to depression medication. Now, I didn't actually know he was on depression medication. I think that that's a great thing if you have mental health issues for it to be identified and for you to get help. Now,
Absolutely.
Tyrese recently did an interview with Sway where he opened up about his mental health. And during the conversation, he did mention that he was on medication. It's called Rexulti. Now, he was apparently on Rexulti for depression after losing his custody battle with his daughter, which we all knew about. I think it happened in like 2017. He was posting online and crying. And
that was what do you want from me? That's where that came from, right?
Yeah.
What more do you want from me? Congratulations.
All right. So,
Tyrese.
Wasn't that bad?
It really was,
It
though.
was, though.
It was. So, but he got the help he needed. But check this clip out when he talks about it.
You put some shit like Rexulti in my system, it's going to have the worst adverse effects ever. So I'm online talking about Will Smith giving me $5 million. I never talked to Will Smith. And I still haven't recovered from the damage that I did to him and his family. They didn't deserve them phone calls. I still haven't recovered from announcing that Samantha was pregnant when she wasn't at the time. Everything that was happening, I was out of my mind. But then I go back and I look at all those posts, and it's crazy how often I was quoting Bible scriptures. I was operating vehicles on psych meds. So that's saying Jesus take the wheel? He did. God covered me even when I was out of my mind.
So what he's talking about, I don't know if y'all remember this, but he like put online and put out there that he had asked Will Smith for $5 million for legal fees, right? Yep. But the thing is that he never even talked to Will at all. He just kept calling him, trying to make this happen, but it never happened. But now we're finding out it's because of these depression pills that have him doing things he would never really do or saying things that aren't even true. That's what he was going through.
So Will Smith curved him. Didn't answer the phone.
At all. Because he probably saw the thing online and he still was calling for the $5 million.
He did that to us too when we was all in the group chat. He would send us crazy texts.
All the time.
And one day I got crazy with him. I told him the SMD because he was talking crazy. But he said he doesn't even remember sending any of those texts.
Wow. Yeah. These drugs have some serious side effects. Now, he also went on to say that he does not drink alcohol. He never ever did drugs. None of that.
When I walk in the room, homies want to be like me, and women want to be with me. Do you think after being on psych meds and having a video out for 3-4 months and not even knowing it was out there, I did not know the video was out there. Wow. I was gone. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I've never been high in my life. When I can't sleep, I take an Ambien to go to sleep, and I'll take a 5-hour energy drink to stay up sometime when I ain't got no energy. I've never popped a Molly, X, Percocet. I've never drank red or white wine or Heineken, nothing, ever in my life. Why don't I drink? Oh, that's cool. It's not cool. I don't drink because everything about drugs and alcohol my life up. Throughout my childhood, everything was out of control.
What's this face?
I don't know how much truth Tyrese is telling y'all because he lies so much. But the part about being on the psych meds, I've heard him say that before. But I've also never mind.
You never seen him?
What about drinking and what about drinking?
I'll
Because
tell
Envy
y'all.
was making a
Go ahead,
face.
Envy. You tell him. All right, never mind.
I got it.
When Tyrese come up
I'll
here,
give you some Rick Salty. You'll tell me.
when Tyrese come up here, we'll talk
I
about it.
learned last time we had this conversation. I said cap, and you said nothing. So I'm just gonna say nothing. I'm
When
just gonna say
Tyrese come
nothing.
up here next
I ain't gonna
time.
yell cap. I'm just gonna say nothing.
So it's his turn.
He just left a long comment on my Instagram saying something, but
No, listen how he started it out though. He said Envy's beard is getting darker and Charlamagne keeps getting brighter. LOL. He went on to say, I have the first ever 3-part
No, we
interview.
not.
So
No, we
he
not.
ready
No,
to
the
come
hell
and
we
tell
not.
y'all
Sitting
some
here
more
for 3 parts.
No,
information.
we not. Let
No,
me
we
tell you
not.
something. Tyrese wasted my time a few years ago and had me come down to Atlanta to do a one-on-one interview that took some hours talking about the whole mental breakdown he had.
I never seen it.
We never saw. Brian Barber shot the interview. Tyrese decided not to put it out because things didn't go the way he wanted them to in the interview. But there was one part of the interview we filmed in the kitchen with Charlie Mack, and he told us about one of those calls he made to Jada while on psych meds. Still one of the funniest stories I've ever heard in my life.
Can y'all air it now?
No, I don't have
They
the
can't
footage.
put it
Brian
out.
Barber got the footage. Damn. But according to Tyrese, he called Jada Pinkett Smith and said, I ain't no killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy. Next is getting...
You lie.
That's what he said.
You lie.
He said he called Jada and started rapping Tupac Hail Mary.
What?
That's what he said.
Jesus. I wonder how his ex-wife feels.
We gotta lift him up in prayer.
She was in the interview too.
And I wonder how she feels.
She was in the interview that
It
we
keeps
didn't put
bringing
out.
brought up that this new album's supposed to be about her. You know, they have a child together. It just seems like
She was in the interview that we never put out.
Did she
Really?
speak?
Yes, she did.
But he said he wanted to come back. So let him come back with her. He said he wants to give you a 3-part interview.
They
Take it.
don't talk to each other anymore.
I will not do a 3-part
Miss
interview
Samantha
with
don't speak
Tyrese.
anymore.
So that's a no.
Tyrese
Can you
was
please
not-
go on your Instagram and say no so he can respond so I can read it?
Tyrese will never waste
I'm
my
in
time like that ever again.
I'm in this. I'm invested.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. When we come back, of course, we got the People's Choice mix, and it's all about B.I.G. Notorious B.I.G. Let me know your favorite big joint. We'll get it on for you. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Did you know one word can change everything? Zach Levi returns as Shazam in the new movie Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This film is a must-see event with epic action and a whole lot of fun. March 17th, see Shazam! Fury of the Gods, only in theaters, rated PG-13. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Of course, we have Porsha Williams.
Hello.
Now, from Real Housewives of Atlanta. So there is, before you know, today's your last day.
For now.
For now.
For now.
For this week.
Heavy on the for now.
For now, absolutely. Now, we loved you here. We had a great time, and the people loved you absolutely positively. So, you would only think about going back to Housewives of Atlanta if it was the original cast.
Okay, no.
Okay.
Because I wasn't actually on the original cast.
Okay.
I would like to make my own cast.
Okay, so if you could make your cast, who would you put on there?
Okay, so this would be really rough. Because I haven't put a whole lot of thought into it. I definitely would like Phaedra.
Phaedra?
Yeah.
Phaedra get a peach?
I feel like I don't know if that's gonna happen. She's on Married to Medicine, but you know, Candy is a staple.
Candy.
She's
get
an
a peach.
original.
Candy.
Yep.
I really wish Nene could work it out. You know, I know there's a whole lot going on, but
Yep, Nene.
legendary right
Absolutely.
there. Kenya because Kenya.
That's cool
Because you want to
Kenya-
get back. Because you want to get your lick back.
That lick is waiting on her. I'm just playing. I love me some Kenya. No, but like if you let go of certain people, the newer people, you got to keep it Kenya because Kenya, Nene, that's where the magic was. And then Drew for sure.
Drew.
He's got to stay. Let me see who else. And then I would bring in some fresh blood. I think we need a true. I think they need a shake up. So I feel like bringing in some younger people. Like I like LaToya that year she was on. It was a younger girl who came on.
I don't know LaToya. LaToya who?
She was a younger girl. She came on and like it was just she was a friend of the show. She only lasted like one season.
She came on the same year Drew came on, right?
Yes, same year Drew, and they had like a little battle or whatever. But I don't know. I just feel like fresh blood and bring back some of the older people. Kim, but I know Kim want to be in the house with her kids and her husband, so I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Tardy for the party, Kim?
Yeah, tardy for the party, Kim. She was always good, but that's kind of like the core.
Okay.
But then I would say build around that with some new fresh blood.
That would be a rating
People got
blockbuster.
real storyline stuff going on.
I mean, it would be great because Kim was having a problem with the crib. They were allegedly going to take the crib, but now they're not foreclosing on the crib. And
allegedly,
Nene doing all the stuff with her restaurant and stuff.
And she has a new love in her life. Yes.
I ran into him in Atlanta, I think a week ago. He said he wants to design suits for me and you.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Oh, he makes some dope suits too. Yeah, he made a couple for my husband.
And I ran into Nene's son, and he came up to me and said he's not gay.
Word.
Oh, he had to let you know.
Yeah, let us know.
That's probably because NB was probably flirting with him.
No, that wasn't. I told him, I remember I said he missed the basket. He was like, I'm not gay.
So that's like Real Housewives of Atlanta All-Stars, really.
It really
that's what that
is.
Would be. Yeah.
And I think that's what it needs. If you have like a couple seasons where people maybe lose interest a little bit, for whatever reason, you have to go back to the basics. Got to go back to what worked. Like, we need some reads. They need fun again.
Right,
like, all of that. You know, enough for the darkness.
What about Whitfield? You don't really like...
Sheree?
Yeah, Sheree Whitfield.
Yeah, you know, I like Sheree. I think Sheree is good for the show. Yeah.
Were you surprised when she came back?
She said, I didn't name her, though. Don't be putting names in my mouth. I told you what it was, all right?
No. I like Sheree. I think Sheree is great as a housewife. I also think Sheree is great as a friend of the show, too.
Gotcha.
I like her and Kim together. I think they are a good combo. I haven't really been on the show with Sheree on there by herself.
Gotcha.
Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, when we come back, we got the positive notice. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. Porsha Williams is here, our co-host. Today is her last day for a little bit.
That's right. Tell them where to get your sheets, Porsha.
Yes.
The curling iron.
Yes, I got my Pampered by Porsha sheets.
Correct.
Pampered by Porsha. Pamperedbyporsha.com. Karen got me. I had said it wrong. And then my hair company is gonakedhair.com. So check that out.
Anything else you slinging out there? You selling out there? Because you on it.
I'm slinging talent, baby. I'm out there. I got acting gigs coming up. Yeah, I got some projects coming up. Some I'm producing as well. And then also Ultimate Girls Trip for Peacock is coming out March 23rd. Don't get me wrong. I think it's March 23rd. So yeah, you know, I'm back working. I took some time off, but I'm back.
Okay.
And I'm ready. So yeah, got all that.
All
Check
right.
it out.
Word.
Now, Charlamagne, you got something popping off in Atlanta?
Yeah, man. April 22nd, the Black Effect Podcast Festival is happening at Pullman Yards, man. Go to Eventbrite to get your tickets. We got some of your favorite podcasts out there. The 85 South Show, Reasonably Shady, Horrible Decisions, the Big Facts Podcast, and a host of others, man. We're going to have food. We're going to have music. It's hosted by myself and Just Hilarious. Porsha say she gonna be there.
I sure am.
You know, so make sure you go to Eventbrite and get your tickets and go to blackeffect.com for more information, okay?
Can I give one more shout out?
Of course,
So
Porsha.
my little sister, we used to have a podcast together
Lauren.
with my mom, Lauren. Her Instagram is @LowDWill. She has a new podcast that is out. Go to her Instagram to get the name and all the information where to watch it. But just support my little sis because she's really doing her thing, representing mothers and yoga and being centered and who you are. Just check her out.
Salute to Lauren.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got a positive note?
Oh, y'all got y'all white sheets today. Come on now. We gonna keep y'all
Pampered by
pampered.
Porsha. Yes, the positive note is simply this, man. It's okay to restart and recreate. Don't spend time beating yourself up over something that went wrong, because there's always another chance.
Amen.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?